athletes. I wish you well out there on your path to becoming tough men.
The most challenging part for sure is the bike, for me at least.
I train a lot, like mostly running.
Swimming, now this is her 4th year. That's her sport.
You know, the Tough Man race is more than just a race. It's a turning point in some people's lives.
Tough Man doesn't just mean persistence and strength and endurance. Tough Man's more about transformation.
Feeling good about what you've done, so you're really competing against yourself.
When you cross that line at the end, and you know it was just you, it's awesome.
The race has grown basically from year 1 5 years ago from 148 participants to 1,000 participants. So for a half iron distance, the growth has been exponential.
It takes a village because it's not just the race organization. It takes all the communities involved that this race goes through.
Croton Point Park is only 30 minutes away from New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Long Island.
It's very beautiful to just be out there running through the parks and then know you're coming here to finish in Croton Park, and it's just a spectacular event for the venues as well.
We have to turn a recreational park into a destination race for many people. And we're expecting 1,000 athletes, 5,000 spectators, family members. It's going to be where they are for the next 48 hours.
Athletes only. Make sure you can see your wristband. Good, good. We got here very early this morning. I didn't even notice when the sun came up. We got to make sure the athletes that were coming into transition were able to set up, that they were going where they needed to be, figuring out where to pick up their chips, figuring out where to get their body marked, making sure they get into and out of the area on time. And that was just before the race started.
If you've registered, please make your way to the beach because the opening ceremony will be occurring in 1 hour.
Right now, you know, actually as the years pass, just kind of relaxed, ready to race. I'm Lorianne Netto and I'm a tough man. I was always an athlete, a runner to start, mostly. And then I got into the sport of triathlons just to mix it up a little. The fun in doing all this is every once in a while or every so often, you can kind of just enjoy eating a little bit more.
Welcome to Westchester County. I know we have people from 25 different states here today and some different nations as well. It's a heck of a competition, but it's for a great cause going to many charities. God bless you and good luck today. All the best. Thank you.
Most challenging is getting through the panic of the first few minutes, but after that.
Okay, red caps, let's get in the water. Up to your knees, please. Let's go.
Trying to get in my own space while I'm swimming, and then just get into my own rhythm is really what I'm just trying to focus on.
Safety is the #1 issue when it comes to the swim. We want to deploy out there a number of kayakers and lifeguards and motorized boats that are more than what we need. We bring more to the table than is actually necessary, because when you bring more to the table than is needed, you don't need it. And that's what we like to say. Each year, the Tough Man event is divided into 2 days, one for the adult race and the other day is for our kids race.
If you've never seen a Tough Kids Triathlon, you've got to come to this race.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. Sign making is right behind the Tough Man tent, so we really would like to encourage you guys to get out there and make some signs for your children.
What we wanted to do is expand it so that it's not just adults, it's not about the adults, getting the kids involved.
We're planting a seed on a healthy lifestyle. We want to teach life sports, swim, bike, run, they can do forever.
Tough Kids is the fastest growing division of the TOUGHMAN Triathlon. And in the future, it will be quickly the largest part of TOUGHMAN Triathlon. Kids are just dying to get out there and do this stuff.
Hi. I'm Isabel Pabone, and I'm a tough kid.
And I'm a tough mom.
This helps me with, like, my life because it does make me more disciplined, and, like, I will know when I have to do something, or, like, if somebody tells me to do something, and then I have to do it, you're like, yeah.
All you kids should be so excited to be here. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day. The water's warm. You're going to have a blast.
The children can start from early as age 4, go up to age 14 in the kids races, and we have 5 races in the kids series this year.
To all the kids who are here, to all the competitors, you're absolutely the coolest kids ever. This is going to be an awesome day. But if we can just get one round of applause for the coolest kids ever, we'll let your kids take the best of them in Westchester County.
She organizes her time a lot better. She's very focused and very disciplined. She knows what she's got to do, and she gets it done, and I never, ever have to get on her about doing her work.
I made a lot of friends here. Actually, Isabella was one of my friends I first made here, and yeah, she's been stuck with me the whole time.
We've introduced a tough teen race, which are 15 to 19-year-olds. So it's a great segue that after they're finished going through the Tough Kids series and Tough Teen, that they can move into the longer distance and be part of the TOUGHMAN race.
My kids first were doing them. I have an older daughter too who's 15. So I saw them doing them, and then I started doing them. My husband started doing them. All 4 of us compete. So
we had a 20% increase since last year. So next year we expect about 20% more. So you're talking this year 580 kids out in the course. Next year we're going to have over 600 kids, almost 700 kids out there.
Doing a triathlon, doing the TOUGHMAN race is not a one-day occurrence. People train together all year long, they meet each other, we've got a Facebook page where people can meet each other for workouts.
You have to really train months in advance, commit that you're going to carry through on your training.
Sacrificing your personal time, sacrificing your social life with friends, walking away from work early, going out there to do this training.
I don't really train for bicycle or the run. I just train for the swimming part because it's the first one and I'm a swimmer.
It's about eating healthy. It's about eating together as a family.
I eat well mostly during the week and of course indulge on the weekends. What would all this be without a treat or two?
Well, the night before the race we usually have pasta, but otherwise I just eat a lot.
Aside from keeping me in shape, it really allows me to practice discipline and commitment and a lot of other things that are necessary in my career and my life in general.
I feel like it's not just the racers that are involved, it's family, friends.
Your family completely has to be on board because you're going to be out training to be able to cross that finish line on race day.
I like the schedule, the regimen of it. I just like having a focus every day and just seeing improvement over time, I think is the best part. And overall it becomes addictive. And it's a good addiction, obviously.
Now she swims 5 days a week, 2.5 hours a day, and I just see her very disciplined. She wants to do other things, more running, more biking. She just doesn't have the time to do all that because she just loves to swim.
You can take something like training for something like this TOUGHMAN and make that your dedication to change your life. Because I can tell you it's changed my life. I've lost 30 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life at 38. I play with my kids. And my marriage is the best it's ever been in almost 20 years.
When you're out there and you're out on a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour training run, it's just you, the road, your physical, anything you can do physically in your mind. And that's a pretty powerful place to be.
Our bike course is a closed bike course, which took a lot of heavy lifting. We're the only other half-iron race in the United States that's got a closed bike course. It's rolling hills of Westchester. There are 6 bodies of water that the bike course rolls around.
The toughest part of the race was the cycling or bicycling, whatever you want to call it, because it's just hard because you do 4 laps and it's like, and you have to keep with your pace the whole time.
And it's tough. It's tough on the body, but you know, when it's done, it's a great feeling, great accomplishment, so it feels great.
It takes a year's worth of planning to put on the Tough Man race. It takes an incredible amount of coordination amongst a number of people who are actively in the sport today, who have not only sort of competed in hundreds of triathlon races, but also in organizing races like this. Really are putting on the best race experience for our triathletes. Top concern is their safety and overall race experience.
Everybody in our team that puts the race on is an athlete, so we understand what it feels like to cross the finish line.
It's super well organized. The people are great. You see the same people. They're local people.
Our team is not a bunch of people that work for the race. It's a family. So we call it the Tough Family.
You know, a race is only as good as the amount of volunteers you can get. We couldn't do it alone just with staff and people that we hire. So the volunteer army that you have to recruit, we would love a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're about that actually. We were, I think, over 1,000 volunteers this year.
Every age of volunteers. There's kids, there's older people, there's just people on the side of their houses cheering.
From registration all the way through to the finish line, if you've got support, that encourages you.
I feel like there's more volunteers out there than there are racers. I mean, there's a ton of support and it's really great.
It really does open a world of people who are of like mind, who work hard, play hard, and want to better themselves, and want to better the world.
People that do the event keep in touch throughout the year. I mean, we've had one of our people that helped out with the event, that raced the event, meet his eventual wife through the whole training and everything like that, and that's what it's all about. By us helping to support the athletes that do the event, they're inspiring other people and their kids and their families, and hopefully in that regard we're creating a whole wave and a healthy lifestyle that we're promoting.
The last part is just seeing them on their way and setting them off on the run, and that's kind of the nicest part. They're off the bike, you know, all they have to do is run 13 miles.
For the Tough Kids race on Saturday, the athletes run between 100 yards to 1 mile, depending on the age group, while the adults run 13.1 miles in the Tough Man race on Sunday. Half of the run course is on trails. This coming year, we'll be running through the historic Hudson Valley Van Cortlandt Manor.
When you're running through the reservoir, up along the dam, it is just the most amazing views. It distracts you from the fact that you're running a half marathon.
Well, a lot of the mental side is physical too. When your body starts breaking down, then you start breaking down mentally. You start talking to yourself, singing to yourself, whatever you can do to keep yourself going.
18 aid stations, cheering squads, Portchester marching band. We had 3 sets of cheerleaders that we deployed in different locations.
Whenever you pass someone with music, guitar, or somebody just blaring a speaker, it just gives you an extra boost of energy.
And that inspires you to get to that next mile marker.
Let's go, Let's go!
I've been involved with the race really as a good friend of Rich's, who's the race organizer, and he introduced me to the sport many years ago.
Rich Izzo's passion for the event and for what his dream was
was really inspiring. And Rich is really the master behind the curtain, and I'm just helping him realize his dream.
So I guess I played a lot of sports when I was growing up as a kid, and running wasn't a natural sport to me. So sometime in college, I ended up doing my first New York City Marathon. And then sometime in postgraduate school, I ended up doing my first triathlon. We didn't have equipment back then like today. The transition areas where you put your bike on the ground, and it was very rustic and grassroots. But it was a great race experience. Eventually, in 2008, we started the TOUGHMAN Triathlon.
I often ask myself why I do these things, and number one, to get out of the house. Number two, to make myself physically stronger year after year, to test myself and make sure I'm being a role model for my children, for my family.
I do it because it's a great accomplishment. Every time you do it, you kind of build on what you already had. And everybody likes to have goals and complete them and just get better at them. And this is, it's kind of, I guess, a hobby, and it's a fun one, and it's positive and it's beneficial.
The race is against you. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You're your worst enemy. You need to overcome you, and that's true about life in general. You're the only one holding you back.
And this race, to me, spoke because, 10 years ago today, 343 firefighters were lost. And I didn't get to come out then, it's where my heart wanted to be, it's where I wanted to be, but it didn't happen. I had 2 little ones at home, so this was an opportunity to come out and represent all of my brothers, especially the 343 we lost that day.
And it's really impressing upon children that this is a lifestyle. This is how they're going to live their life. They're going to train, they're going to keep fit, they're going to eat right, because they want to be healthy. And having a race to be able to work towards your goal and keeping a better lifestyle is what our objective is, and what we're trying to have an impact on children's lives as well.
You have never seen a 4-year-old more excited when they are sprinting down a 100-yard finish chute with fans screaming and a medal waiting for them at the end. I've never seen a kid run so hard.
Isabel got involved with this because she decided one day, she came up to me and said, "Mom, I think I want to do a triathlon." And there happened to be one 10 minutes from our house. She rallied all of her swim team friends.
And about 15 of us all did it together.
15 kids did it together. So this is her 3rd actual one this year.
Actually, this is my 3rd altogether.
Forever.
Jared is 7 years old, and he's running for the Lymphatic Research Foundation because Jared himself has a very rare condition called intestinal lymphangiectasia. Jared's dad started a team LRF, and they do triathlons all across the country, raise money for awareness and research for lymphatics.
We're sort of obsessed with it. At the beginning of the year, we plan out which ones we're going to do, but this one has definitely been fun. It's our 2nd year, and we'll definitely come back next year.
The 5th annual TOUGHMAN, I think, went very smooth today. Combination of having a great crew, being back at the same place, but having a lot of great systems in place, and having tremendous support from the community.
I'm just so proud. I was so excited this morning driving here at 3 a.m. Incredibly proud to be part of this organization, to have every athlete cross that finish line and just say, this is the best race I've ever done. That means we've done our job.
I get a lot out of it, just even as a spectator. Just say the human condition, basically people out there is basically striving to improve upon themselves and to challenge themselves. I think it's incredibly rewarding for them, but also to be a part of that and sort of bear witness to it. I think it's great.
I am Natalie Ciano, and I'm a tough man.
I'm William Decknatel, and I am a tough man.
My name is Rich Barkin, and I am a tough man.
I'm Doug Burleson, and I'm a tough man.
My name is Liz Lanise, and I am a tough man.
My name's Colleen, and I'm a tough kid.
I'm Ed Edgel, and I'm a tough man.
I'm Marcus, and I'm a tough kid. Yeah!
I'm Patrick, and I'm a tough dad.
We're tough kids! We are the homes, and we are a tough family.
Rizzo, and I'm the race organizer, and I'm a